Hi, Michael.
Katie, how you doing? How's
Well,
it going?
I can promise you this, okay? I can promise you this. I am doing as well as I can possibly do. Gosh, and it doesn't get any better than that for me. How about you?
No, same,
Uh,
same. When
oh
I'm
my gosh, good
when
to
I'm
know you.
clear, I see that.
Well, even when you're not clear, you're doing the best you can do in any given time.
It's still true when I'm not clear. I find
Oh
that to be
my
the case.
gosh.
Yeah.
How am I doing? Oh, I'm at my best. It's like, how am I doing? Oh God, this is my best.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's always my best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I love it.
So what's up?
I find myself caught in this circle that the work has been working really well for me. And I'm now at a place where I truly believe that anytime I'm feeling stress, I'm believing something that isn't true. So that's a wonderful
Oh
gift.
boy, you are, and also like I'm believing in something that isn't true. Number one, it's the story of past or future, that daydream running.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's not true because it's not now.
Right.
It's not now. So that is
I've I've come to accept
that's
that.
being
And it's
awake to the
really,
dream, Michael.
yeah, right.
It's
I am.
so juicy. It is so
It,
darn good.
it's such a gift.
Oh,
It's such a gift. So I'm in a bit of a nightmare. And I
uh-huh.
recognize that I'm in a bit of a nightmare. And I'd love your help. I feel like in this nightmare that um, people won't let me be who I am,
Oh, that's a good one.
right?
Yeah.
That people have expectations of me and that I'm constantly falling short of those expectations and that I, I feel myself needing to be aligned with people. And so I'm going through this cycle of um, living as honestly as I can,
Yeah.
and then finding disappointment from others, experiencing their
Yeah.
disappointment.
So what's the
And my
situation? What's the situation?
okay, so the most recent situation was um, a member of my family who I'm living with in the virus. Actually, it feels like everyone in my household. Uh, I want to I want to uh, I want to exist in the quarantine in a way that feels honest for me, which is to stay separated, to socially distance, and to not do things that I don't think are essential to do, that are that I don't need for my life, to just not
Yeah.
do them. And I feel judged for that.
So you're following guidelines
Yes,
that make sense to you,
that makes sense to me. Yes.
and you can find all over the news things that back that up,
Yes.
and 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 then they want to do something that falls short of your standards.
I find that what they want to do is fine with me. The only thing that's not fine with me is the judgment I get for what I'm doing.
Okay, so now a situation.
Situation is my wife asking how I would feel about having dinner with her elderly parents.
Okay.
And I say, I'm not sure because I don't know all the facts about it, and I want to talk more about it. And I get the response, "You just don't want to be with my parents. I get that you're uncomfortable, and that you're really sensitive about all these things and that kind of thing." I get.
So what
And then
thought about her when she asks?
my thought about her is that she thinks I'm ridiculous.
Okay, So she thinks that you're being ridiculous about being so careful.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the thought.
Okay. So your wife thinks you're ridiculous. Close your eyes, and I invite you all to go there. It's, you know, this is not uncommon with with our society today. So she thinks you're being ridiculous. Now look at her face, look at her in that situation, and you're just trying to get some answers, letting her know under certain circumstances, I could be open to that. Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Open-minded, Mr. Okay. So,
yep, that's what I was telling myself.
Yeah. So she thinks you're being ridiculous. So all of you on this call, be there now in the situation, imagining that you're in the room, invisibly in the room. You can watch this. You're doing all this, I'll call it not disrespectfully, but the good guy stuff, the wise stuff, the stuff we've been taught to do. And she thinks you're being ridiculous. Now look at her face, hear her words. She thinks you're ridiculous. Is it true?
No.
Yeah, so stay there, sweetheart. Look at her. She wants to go see her mommy and daddy, and
yeah.
Yeah. Now notice how you react. And Michael, this is really important. Look at your body language when she goes into her thing. Look at you from her eyes. Look at you. How do you react?
I go to war. I go to war in my head.
And how does that look? Yeah, war in your head. She thinks I'm ridiculous.
I look angry when I see.
Now get in touch with, you are.
No question. Definitely.
And where do you feel it? Emotionally, physically? Where do you feel it?
In my chest, around my ears, in my upper arms.
So you see, people think that in a situation like this, she is stressing you out. Now, what images do you see in your head when you think the thought? She thinks I'm being ridiculous.
I see me.
Those of you new to the work, it's what images of not now, meaning past, future, this daydream that goes on. What do you see?
I see images of me as a small, shamed child. I see images of her parents snickering with her about me. I see the word going out, essentially, about how overly protective I am, and how
you just take it too far. And you're just so strict and stern, and you're just immovable, and that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so just be.
I become ridiculous in my own mind. Yeah. They're all images of me being ridiculous.
Yeah, and those images of them talking about you in the past and in the future, and it's. Ooh. Who would you be? Fourth question. Close your eyes. Look at you looking at her. Listen to her words. Get connected. Who would you be without the thought she thinks I'm being ridiculous?
I'd be open. I would see her. I would be able to see her. I'd be able to focus on what she's presenting to me. I'd be able to listen and take in what she's saying.
So put this in present tense, just as though you're there now. I
Okay.
see her.
I see her. Yeah. I'm with her.
Yeah.
I'm with her. I love her.
Now look at her pain, her suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to her words. She's wanting to be with her family.
Mm-hmm. She's wanting to be with me. She's wanting to be with me. And without the thought, I can be there. I'm just there. I'm with her. With the thought, I separate from her. That's what I'm noticing through this.
So continue to look at her. This is an opportunity. It's like see her just the way she was without the thought. Now, what are your options? Maybe putting your arm around her, maybe listening
Mm-hmm.
without interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole conversation. Like, sweetheart, you really miss your parents, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I see what that's like for you.
Yeah.
She thinks I'm being ridiculous. Turn it around.
I think I'm being ridiculous. That's truer.
Yeah. You're in the not now. You're in the future of where you're a failure as a son-in-law and as a husband, and you're
Oh man. Yes.
falling short all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past where same old disappointment. And where she's always pushing you, and you act ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely the prevalent image.
Yeah. Now, what is the cause of your emotions that you described? The chest, your neck, your around your ears. What is the cause of your emotional pain? Is it the movie of past future in your head? Is it that movie, or is it your wife?
I would say it's not even the movie. It's belief in the movie. I find I can have the movie, but if I don't believe it, it doesn't cause me any stress. The movie's
So
okay.
awake to the not I, not I.
Yeah.
That's not you, that is imagination.
Yes. When I believe that imagination, I suffer. I've definitely learned that.
So she's not the cause of your suffering. You, the believer in the dream of the not now, not now.
Yeah.
And those of you know, it's not just not now, not now. It's the unreal, the unreal. Those aren't real people. That's imagination. You know, Michael, I want to take this opportunity. We're not done yet, but I want to take this opportunity. I just find it extraordinarily beautiful what you're awake to. You know, you're into the cause of all suffering.
Yes, it's such a
and
gift.
and have had the privilege of meeting this friendly universe.
Yes.
It's
I'm so grateful for your introduction to it. So grateful.
it's an incredible practice. You know, I have a thing running in me. It's like all of you out there that are offering the work to people or sitting in the practice. Let's say you're working with me, like watching you, Michael. It's I it's like I can't take you anywhere you don't want to go. Was that Mick Jagger? Who was it?
I don't know.
I can't
I
take
love
you.
it.
But that is like beautiful mellow. You know, she can't take her client anywhere she doesn't want to go. And so inquiry is always for the facilitate or not the facilitated. And so we're always on equal ground. We're beginners. Yeah. Through you, I wake up.
Same.
Beautiful mind. Something beautiful. It's like, oh my God, oh, my husband, he da, 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 da. Oh, got it. Yeah, and now I need to admit, you know, I gave him the look. I need to admit that.
Yeah.
I need to apologize and start over.
Yes.
And make it right where I can. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. And then to quietly make amends, like he picks up his coffee cup maybe, and I say, oh, I'll get it, honey. I'm making it right. Not for him, for me. It's a whole new way of life, whole new way of living. It's the not. Okay, so she thinks I'm being ridiculous. Turned around, I thought she was being.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she is being ridiculous. Yes.
So you imagine two ridiculous people there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's so far reaching, isn't it?
Yes.
It is more, it is wiser than this coronavirus. It's just, it is the only serious virus running. And it's within us, and it's not a terrible thing. It's like this sometimes just seen as this clever little jokester, this ego just catching you, and emotions will let you know that you're being dreamed again. Gotcha. Yeah.
I love the way you put it. A clever little jokester.
Yeah, because it's not serious.
That's a much more fun way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game. If to think of it that way.
It's the ego it's the ego's attempt to survive, and it's completely suicidal. It knows it doesn't exist. It's a dream, and it's so no harm, no foul. For the believer, it's a lot. We believed ourselves into this apparent world, and we can question our way out and come to know our true nature. And this friendly universe is a match to our nature. It's the end of war. Yeah, it's not someone anyone can give us. No one's wiser than another. And isn't it beautiful to know your wife is there to wake you up? That's her purpose. Our path. Oh boy, they're the ones we live with, everyone. They're the ones we live with. Those are our teachers. What I'm thinking and believing about those people could use a little work those people are fine. Haven't you noticed you can't change them anyway?
Right.
More power.
Oh, nope.
Okay.
So grateful for the lesson.
Oh, honey, it's we have this 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 at home thing so that we can it's like time out so we can get what we came for to this earth school, this earth experience. And it's a privilege to meet you, Michael.
Same, Katie. Thank you.
Be well of mine and everything else follows.
Yes.
Thank you.